So one of my friends calls the Yoga Sutras the Book of Promises. When you read a lot of these different kinds of books, they give you a practice, and then there's a promise that follows the practice. In the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, you read practices. If you do X, Y, and Z, then this is going to happen to you. Usually it's along the same lines. The yogi is then liberated. But in the Yoga Sutras, the promise is given right at the very beginning. In the very first sutra, he says, now is yoga, or now is the instruction of yoga. It doesn't say, you know, last year was yoga. And when you experience the now, the mind becomes like a glass lake. In the second sutra, he kind of gives more of an explanation of what yoga is. And he says that yoga is when the mind stops. The third sutra tells you what happens when the mind isn't stopping. It says that you start to identify with all of this stuff going on in your mind. I like to call it the committee. You're not good enough, you don't have enough muscles, you don't have enough hair, you're not eating enough, you're eating too much. It's just all of these things going on in our minds. When it's not a glass lake and you look at the waves and you start to identify with those waves. I'm too fat, I'm too thin, you know, I'm not beautiful, I'm too beautiful. I look in the mirror in the morning, God, I look good. What's been happening to me more and more is I look in the mirror and I'm going, oh my God, look at these things here. I'm getting old. Getting old is like another level of identification. But the promise comes in the fourth sutra, and I think it's such a profound sutra. Patanjali says that when the mind stops, you rest in your own home. You rest in your own sanctuary. You rest really within yourself. No matter how much turbulence, how much chaos is going on around us, no matter how much you can hear the garbage trucks working in the background, or the drill on the street, or the lawnmower outside, or the monkeys howling, within all of us, there is a place, there is a city, there is your essence that is always at rest. And that's the teaching of the fourth sutra, that when we experience yoga, we experience that place that is always at rest. Patanjali, the word that Patanjali uses for the self is sva-rupa. Sva means the self, and rupa means essence. So that when you experience yoga, you go back to dwelling within your own essence. Purusha is an interesting word. It often gets translated as self, as the soul, as the witness, the changeless part of ourself. The real, actual, true definition is a city that is always at rest. And that is, for me, the true power of yoga. It isn't so much how many handstands can I do, how deep my back bend can get, but in this place of doing these things, in the place of going for a beautiful walk on the beach in the mornings, driving to work, dealing with the chaos of being at work. How much are we connected to that city that's always at rest? As yogis, we have the opportunity to bring that back out into the world. Go to that place and then bring it back out. That's the invitation.